We're here.
Yes.
Mr. Deber.
Yeah.
Myself.
We got something cool.
New Hobby Plus trucks from
Yes.
HPD.
12 scale,
No.
24 scale. 18 scale, 24 scale.
Yeah, there we go.
Not 12
So
scale.
we got some cool trucks.
Yeah.
We're going to be working with 24 scales and 18.
Yes.
So they come at a great price point. 18 scales are looking to be about $149, and 24s were $119.
Yeah. Really great price point, especially compared to the SX24, which is almost around that $200 range.
Now the new Bronco's even more, actually. It is $209, so you're above that $200 mark.
Yep.
Hobby Plus does sell full replacement parts.
Yep.
Plus, they do have upgrades.
Yes.
So that is one big one. They do come, the 24 scales are like the Enduro 24s, come with a 1S, 600 milliamp battery, USB style charger, basic remote, 2.4, but pre-installed with lights.
Yeah, which is very nice. And I mean, not just like lights in the bumper. Some of them just lights in the bumper, but this one has lights in the bumper because it has a metal cage.
Yes,
Yeah.
huge bonus.
Yeah.
Metal cage on that little gaffer, where we're gonna call it, I don't know,
What
it's
do
like
they
a
call
Scout, but they call it a G-armor.
It's a G-armor.
This is the Defender. And then-
Kratos.
yeah, Kratos.
Kratos.
Interesting name.
Kratos.
Very interesting name.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Kratos is kind of cool. We'll get into him in a bit. But we'll start with the 24s. We'll just move the old Kratos to the side here.
So yeah, the nice thing with the G-armor is like you get those nice LEDs in the headlights, and also you get the LEDs in the taillight buckets with some little like guards for them.
Exactly, and if you really want, there is an extra spot for voltage and power off the speed control. So if you wanted to do like the Defender, pull and put lights in the bumpers, as they use the same bumpers, you can totally do that as well and put lights, or you can clip them into the light bar on the roof.
You have little holes in there. You
Yeah.
get extra lit with this one.
Exactly. So it does come with a 1 amp USB charger, so you're about 40 minutes to fully charge these batteries from dead. They do have a LiPo cutoff. We always recommend unplugging your battery.
Yes.
Everyone so far also does come with a spare tire,
Which is
and
very
it's
nice.
usable.
And they're all bead locks.
Yep.
Yes.
1-inch wheels, so if you want to use any of your RC four-wheel drive wheels from your CX24s, totally doable.
Yep.
And if you want to put those wheels on, totally doable as well.
Yes.
So you have some options. You can go with some of the maybe Proline Hyraxes. So kind of neat. So these are the 124 scales, the CR24s from Hobby Plus. The old Defender to the side here, and I'll let you talk about your Kratos, because this is Chris's that he's gonna try out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try with the Kratos. Again, same wheels and tire size as there. A little bit bigger tire, but same rim diameter.
Yeah.
Comes with a 2-cell battery. What is it? 600 mAh 2-cell. Charger included as well, USB style, just like the 18 scale. And yeah, pretty neat little body design. No body clips on this guy. There's actually a little clip that you'll pull back on the hood, and then it'll actually just lift off. Look at that. So everything's right inside there.
That's cool.
Yeah, very neat, very easy to use like that. Red shocks too, so a little bit more coloring with these ones than the smaller scale.
Yeah, these ones are just black on black with basic springs, so
Yeah.
nothing too crazy. Other thing I noticed, did you see how many shock position holes are in that?
Yeah, you can really tune it. The chassis have like, it looks like 6 holes to move the shock around for each corner, so you can really tune how the truck rides like that. You got nice little scale things, mirrors, snorkel. Again, you got taillight covers and full lights in the taillights for this one as well. So very nice in scale. I think they should be tons of fun.
Yeah, come in at the great price point too, which I think is going to be a lot for a lot of enthusiasts, maybe that already have SCX24s, maybe already have some of the Enduro 24s.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. The one thing I will say with the Enduro 24 versus this one, just from personal experience, is the lights are much better because they don't like change brightness depending on how much throttle.
Yeah.
Way smoother throttle too. You definitely have a lot more time. You can actually go low and slow, and you can do all that stuff with these guys just like you could. And they might definitely have much better articulation than the Enduros, and I think a little bit nicer body too, in comparison to. They get pushed off the hill. Oh, Chris is in.
We're not good drivers.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
We're just.
we just drive good trucks.
I think so. Like, I'm really excited to try these and really start working with some of the wheel weights and stuff like that they offer, and some of the components that are coming down the line.
Start doing some tuning in in the living room.
One other thing too that I noticed is way better speed than the Enduros.
Yeah.
Like you get a lot better wheel speed with these guys compared to the Enduros.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with the bigger battery, you will get a little bit more playtime with them.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think, in my opinion, SCX24s have a little bit of problem with reverse. These seem to have more than enough torque forward and reverse.
Oh yeah.
They're not like lacking by any means.
Yeah, a little bit less ground clearance, seeing as these are a normal ring and pinion as opposed to SCX24 being a worm gear. But you get a little bit more of a normal crawler feeling driving it than having that worm gear.
Yeah, I like the low speed, like the slow, low roll. Very similar to the SCX24, which I know a lot of people liked much better on the SCX24, was the actual throttle control you had. On the Enduro, it was like nothing, 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 and then things took off like a shot. I will say the 24 scale CR24, a little bit slower than the SCX24 because that is running on a 2S LiPo, and this is only a single cell LiPo.
But they do sell upgrade kits for them, so you can run 2-cell LiPo in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And convert it to a standard 3-wire servo like the CR18. So the speed on that servo is much better in comparison to the CR24, which is very slow. So you can definitely see moving it as fast as I can, and it hardly moves, where the CR18 is much better. This is a 3-wire servo. This is going to be a 5-wire servo. So that conversion kit does now convert you to a 3-wire as well, which in my opinion, much cleaner. You have a lot more options for servos, for sure.
A lot more room for upgrades.
But I mean, super basic chassis layout, just like any of the other 24 scale models, I will say.
Yeah. Basic frame rails. Battery goes in the back on this guy.
Yep. So, unplug the lights here so it's not bright. So just use the basic elastometer, just like the Enduro 24 chassis mounted servo. It does have a transmission like the SCX24 and your standard style drive shafts out to the ring and a pinion. So it's kind of best of both worlds. You are getting a little bit SCX24, you are getting a little bit Enduro 24. I'm pretty impressed.
And you're not paying nearly as much as those two brands.
Correct. Yeah. I think this one still is probably one of the coolest ways to mount and unmount the body. I think that is pretty slick.
Pivots open, super nice and convenient.
And yeah, 3-wire servo. And it looks like you do have extra power options as well for you, because it looks like it has a plug in there for LiPo or NIM. So these ones do come with LiPos. I know there is some Hobby Plus trucks you can get with the nickel metal hydride style batteries, but HPD did go the next step and did get all of them with LiPos. So I'm super excited. Yeah. So a lot of different options. These are available in a couple different colors. The G-Armors, it's this color and I think a yellow. Does that sound right? A yellow?
Yes, the yellow Kratos.
And then this is also available in the Defender in this like navy blue or a tannish taupe color. Yeah. It's a little bit different. And then there is way more options for the CR18.
Yeah, there's also a truck and a little SUV, like a 4Runner.
Yeah, so you get like almost like an old school power wagon, the Jeep, which is the Kratos, the Rushmore, which I would say is like old school C10.
Yeah.
Right? And then you get the last one, which I would say is like Bronco or an International Scout. Yeah. Wasn't really sure. Jeremy said Bronco, you said Bronco, I said Scout. So one of the three for sure. But yeah, a whole bunch more options for the old CR18. Not as much for the CR24 as of right now. Other cool thing, like we said, full parts availability already through HPD, and parts do seem very reasonable in comparison to the SCX24. I mean, the one thing, the global value I would say is definitely less. Like, not as many upgrade parts for this as you would get with an SCX24. But at what point do you draw the line just as a fun little cheaper price point?
Need to dump a bunch of money into for upgrades. Take it out, have fun with it.
Exactly, and you build little things like this. So Chris and another gentleman, Braden, they did all of this stuff just using hard foam or insulation,
styrofoam,
and heating it up with a heat gun. And then all this is latex paint with a little bit of sand for texture. So very, very cheap, very inexpensive, and super easy to make a modular course. Chris also made this using door shims.
Yeah, door shims.
Yeah, so super, super inexpensive, and you don't need much space to build something super, super cool. So we're gonna test these. Jeremy has, what did you end up picking up, a Rushmore?
Yep.
Rushmore. So Jeremy's got a Rushmore on order. Chris has the 18 scale CR18, and this is my G-Armor. So we're going to do some upgrades. We're going to put some RC4 drive wheels and tires on it. We're going to test it. We're going to try them, and you will start seeing these come in if they get our check mark for approval.
Exactly.
And as of right now, I would say it's got my check mark as value, what you're getting in the box for a product, and so far the fun value. I don't know. What's your opinion?
I'm really enjoying them for the 20 minutes, half an hour we've played with them so far. They've been really responsive, good speed, good performance. Really no complaints about the trucks.
So we'll have some follow-up videos when Jeremy gets his, and Chris and I have done some upgrades on ours, but stay tuned. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, throw them down below. We'll have links to HPD's website on all the cool stuff from Hobby Plus.
Yes.
So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to get notifications when we make new videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you on the next one.